What's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Sudeki. In the last one, we made our way into Nasaria's grotto, and we lost Tal and Elko to her tempting song, but left us only with the Cheek Brigade. And in this one, we're going to keep going with the Cheek Brigade and find our two pearls to offer to the Siren. Okay, so here's how this one works. As Bucky and English, you're going to have to separate, hence why English's AI is no longer following us. What we have to do is we have to raise and lower these bone bridges in a specified. Let's go ahead and use the star clarifier since we actually have a reason to use it. I mean, here, two of those, really? Wow. I mean, let's see how good it is, but still. So we have to separate, and what Buki's going to do is she's going to control certain parts of the environment from here. Oh, a healing elixir. I think it's the first one we got. Heals all HP. We already got pretty good on potions. And she's gonna, eventually drop down to right around here. So basically, she's gonna be controlling the mechanism up here, allowing Ailish to move back and forth across the ruins. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna swap to Ailish, since we already have, I believe, right? No, we don't. Okay. So I was mistaken on that one. So what we're gonna do is, I believe, if we pull this down, it looks like some of the rocks that make the platforms have moved around under the water. Basically, what this will do is this will allow what the levers do. The levers make it where certain bridges will be raised and certain bridges will be lowered, and then you have to flick certain switches in certain orders in order to get to certain places. So I believe if we flip that switch, it should allow us to no. So I guess we're going to do this. Okay. So we want to get to that chest. I believe that chest has to be good in it. So I think we open this up, and then we hit this. Okay. That enables Ailish to go across here and grab this dragon chest from this thing. So it looks like the eagle chest with vigor. Okay. Go ahead and use one of those now. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, we'll hold off right now. So I believe we hit this switch right here. I remember this used to give me such a headache as a kid because I didn't understand that you have to hit certain switches to get to certain areas. Raises that. I want to say we flip this switch here. That then locks that into place, and then we can do this right here, right? Nope, that lowers that. Okay. Let's open this up. Let's see here. And that gives Ailish where she needs to go. We'll go ahead and flip this. And then if I'm correct, we should be able to... There we go. We've opened the way for Bucky. So that's what I mean by really, like, you have to like kind of think outside the box. And I remember being a kid, I just couldn't figure out this puzzle for the life of me. And it's no surprise considering that, you know, it required a lot of, I guess, lateral thinking. But I think as long as you just go in the order of when you get to each switch, you should get there just fine. Like for those of you who were able to pay attention while the video was going, you're probably able to pick up the solution beforehand. And just like that, we get our first pearl. So now let's find a second pearl. Now the second pearl. Now luckily, once you get the pearl, all the bones come up, so you don't have to worry about having to do this again. Because that would have been annoying. You have to try to solve the puzzle in reverse. And I like it when games do that, but they here's a very clear puzzle, for you to work out. But yeah, like here's a very clear puzzle for you to work out. You worked it out. We're going to go ahead and automatically solve every single one of them to let you get back. You could also theoretically skip, I want to say that, to get to the chest, but I wouldn't risk it personally. I think you have to solve it first, or else you won't get to the chest. Let's go ahead and dispel this, and then I believe we want to hit the shell key here. If you didn't have the shell key from earlier, you wouldn't be able to get through this. So it pays to make that detour ahead of time. I wonder who set these bones in motion, or is this cave one giant monster? Okay, so here's how this works. Hit use a strange but familiar melody, the 5 notes of Nasaria's song. So basically what you have to do is you have to, well, not actually at the location yet, but as you can probably tell, that button in that song probably has something to do with it. And it's quite simple, really. Over here are 5 circles. In these 5 circles, each one plays a note. And that note corresponds to a note from Zarya's song. I hated this part so much, I actually made a cheat sheet on how to solve this particular puzzle. A cheat sheet that I have since lost. So, what I'm going to do is try to muscle memory it. Here. Okay. I believe there's a star pattern I go through. So I want to say you want to start here. And there you go. There's the pattern for you forever etched on the internet for you to see. Yeah, you pretty much gotta go into a star pattern. I remember I would try to match it up, and this was back when I was so young. Quest updated. Both pearls must be placed in the mermaid statue to complete the quest. So I remember I had so much trouble. Just what's the word I'm looking for here? Just trying to get through this. That I was just so frustrated. I would just give up and be done with it, because I was trying to match the notes, and as a kid, I didn't have. Well, put it like this: I didn't have the appreciation for music then that I do now. I love music so much now. It's like the and like well, on my way up to work, I would always just play music all the time because I just love music so much. I really do. Um, Funny enough, my favorite song is the OJ's "I Love Music," so that gives you kind of an idea of where we're at. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, I got this. Celestial Circle.
Get back, or I'll toast your soul.
It's a pretty devastating area attack, not gonna lie. You can get a decent amount of enemies in that circle. You'd be surprised how much damage you can do.
Leave this world.
Okay, and that should give us just enough power to keep it going here. Use an oldie but a goodie.
You will burn in the inferno.
It's been a while since we get to use a lot of English's skills. And her Blaze Ball is still ridiculous. Like honestly, her Blaze Ball, like, a lot of the characters' opening abilities are still pretty viable, even during late game. So don't say your no to that. This. That. Just trying to get my S take care. No. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Before I had the ability to really discern musical notes as a kid, I would just try to brute force it. Oh, looks like Bucky got 2 at this one. Okay, so let's get her SP up a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it up a little bit higher. And go from there. I should also mention that there is a level cap. Oh, I've mentioned it a couple of times. There's a level cap in Sudeki. That level cap is 30. So we got 10 levels left for Bucky before we max her out. And you're not going to be able to max out all the stats of a character. You may max out one stat. Because if you did what I did, and you burnt 5, well, I won't say 5, like 3 or 4. I think like 3 or 4. I think 3. I think on average you burn about 3 skill points on the character to get extra skills. You're going to be 3 short. You can maybe max out 1 or 2 abilities depending on how you focus your character. But I always go for a more rounded build on all of my characters, just because, in my opinion, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. You could always, make English and Elko like spirit tanks, or like spirit, like powerhouses in spirit or whatnot. But quest completed. You could make make each character specialize in, like, how your physical characters specialize in power and have your magic character specialize in essence, but you really do want to try to balance out your abilities, so that way when you are in situations where you have like only like Tal or Buki or just Ailish or Elko, you can survive no problem without having to worry about falling back on your other characters. Especially if you're skilled at the game, it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, no, I remember I did the Siren Song for certain music and whatnot. I would just try to brute force it, and eventually I got it. And then I just kind of wrote it down. When I got older and I could discern notes better, I just made a cheat sheet for it. But I've done it so many times, I kind of have it muscle memory. So Beyond getting it wrong once, pretty much got it. Let's see here. Another save spot over here. But you know what that means. Healing teacher. And we're gonna say if that means, well, you know what that means. It's boss fight time! I'm gonna say one more time because I'm paranoid. I've had a lot of problems getting this session working. And let's just jump into it. Oh, I've reached the maximum number of saves? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go down here. Before I have to start deleting saves at this point. Possibly order saves. Didn't know there was a maximum number of saves in this game. Now I do. Anyway, let's go.
Give your heart to such a feeble-minded man.
You will sing for the last time today. Mo will protect me.
You smell of cat. Taste my breath. I am the Siren. My song makes fools of men and sounds the death knell to the hearts of women.
Well, someone's cocky. So here's how this boss fight works. I believe if you there's a tail, whatever side her tail shows up on, she appears on the opposite side. Like if her tail shows up on the right, she'll pop up on the left, and you know you can see her health bar sometimes when you're fighting her. Not to mention the radar on the map kind of gets away where she is. She'll always attack with a sweeping charge, then she'll stab, and then she'll hit you with her tail. Where did she go? Looks like she's mixing it up on me. Oh wait, that's right. Duh. Yeah, no, so we're now dealing with, it looks like Ailish's very first boss. Up until this point, Ailish has not had a boss of her own to fight. Bucky had Gara, the Queen of Spiders. Elko had Kryn. Tal had the Siege Ogre. And Ailish has Nasaria, who is trying to steal her man, essentially. And this fight would be a lot harder if I didn't have the ultimate weapon. Oh man. Oh, that's right. She gets down a certain amount. She does a beam attack, then a stab, then the tail attack, and then she charges across the water. All you gotta do is just move from side to side, and you pretty much avoid her attacks. Because she never attacks at you, she attacks in a straight line. Her only real devastating attack is her sweeping ability. We should have her dead to the right here pretty soon. Quest completed. And I believe she held the crystal in this central pit, so we got the crystal. And we got the Dispelling Scroll, which is the ultimate version of the Mana Spark Scroll, which allows us to dispel bust with our attacks.
Will you kill him, Cazale?
You had me confused, my brother. I don't kill for amusement. I still serve Scientine. We'll take them back to the Citadel for interrogation, and then Caprine can decide what needs to be done. At least now we can be sure that the Echlorian crystal is safe in our hands.
I'm sorry, Cazale. I didn't mean anything by that.
Whatever. The Talos is no longer part of my family. The less said, the better.
Let's get back to the Citadel before they wake up.
Tal, descendant of Calaston, wake! Go to Cyantine to seek your friends. There you will find answers to questions not yet asked. Fear not, son of Sudeki. The age of unity is now upon us.
Elko, wake up! I know what we have to do.
Duh? Where'd...
Ailish and Bucky have been taken to a place called Scientine. We've got to catch up with them now!
And just like that, we lose the girls. And we're back to the boys. And Tal gets his final skill, Moonwolf. The Moonwolf invigorates the party with his strength. This boosts the party and weakens enemies. This pretty much lets you do double damage. Well, it makes it where your enemies take double damage and then you do double damage. So you're essentially just destroying your enemies with this. And as a result, we got a new armor. Knightly armor. One of the finest suits of armor ever made. Used exclusively by Lady Caprine's bodyguard. And thought lost when the Echlorian army rebelled. So it's interesting. We heard mention of Caprine by these mysterious figures, one of which named Cazale, I want to say. And this armor is apparently a Echlorian. How interesting. Still doesn't explain his ties to Karistan. But with that, we're going to call it a part. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later.